Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NBA to the Guys to Pod, presented to you by DSM Media, as well as your host, myself, Slim. You can follow me on X at Arturod30111. You can follow your other host here at Scotty Drum. And as you can see by the title today, we will be talking about the top 15 shooting guards in the NBA today, ranking on 1 through 15. And as well as we got some unfortunate news yesterday. Starting point guard of the Houston Rockets, Fred Van Vliet, has torn his ACL, man. That sucks. We'll dive to that as well as end it out with the weekly Who You Got segment. I know you guys didn't catch us last week, but my guy Scotty, he was celebrating. This was a reason not to do the pod, but nonetheless, we're back at it again a week later. And yeah, man, what's good with you, my dog? How everything been going?
Yeah. You mentioned it. It was the 2-year anniversary. Had to celebrate last week, so we didn't
Yes,
get the
sir.
pod in. But we're gonna double up this week because we're getting close to the NBA season. We still got to get our full season predictions in for across the league, Eastern and Western Conference, and of course we're gonna finish out our positional rankings with the shooting guards. And then next episode, the point guards will be back later this week. So I'm excited, man, as we get closer to the season. We've already said it so many times on the pod. I'm just ready for some NBA action to actually talk about
Like,
and,
seriously.
review and recap and discuss actual play style and what's actually going on in the league. But we're getting close. And I'm starting to get those Sixers, the Sixers posts on social media, the training camp photos, the guys getting together. So I'm getting excited for it. But always fun to do these lists with you as well, man. I'm interested. We discussed it a little bit before the show, but I'm interested to hear the reasoning behind some of the rankings, man. Nothing, no judgment, no judgment. I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
you
I'm
say that
curious,
now.
man.
You say that now.
I don't judge, man. But no, how you doing today, my brother? It's good to see you again, for real.
Hey man, back at it again. Like you said, season around the corner, so that's a reason to be excited. Give you a little bit more motivation to, do the pod a little bit more. So
Yeah,
yeah, man,
exactly.
I'm doing good, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I know you're working hard, man. So I appreciate you hopping on here after a long work day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're fitting it in where we can get it in, brother. So I appreciate you hopping on, man. And as you said, we'll be doing this more and more often. But let's talk about that Fred Van Vliet news. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Was it a torn Achilles or a torn
ACL,
ACL?
ACL.
ACL, excuse me. Um, what are your instant thoughts there? Like, what impact does this have on the Rockets? How big of an impact is it to them actually like contending for a championship? Like thinking about how big he was last postseason,
Yeah.
one series, but
Oh
nonetheless, he was huge for them, right? Like
man,
he was arguably their best player. But what are your instant thoughts when you hear Fred Van Vliet torn ACL out for season?
that's unfortunate though. Like obviously the injury itself, it sucks, but it really hits different, bro. Like when you look at it from the perspective of the season is literally a month away. And for an injury like this to happen, a month before the season tips off, it just sucks, bro. Like we all know, injuries is just an unfortunate part of the game. And when you talk about a guy like Fred Van Vliet, what he means to a team like the Houston Rockets, he was the reason that helped build their defensive identity over the past couple of years. Then they brought in a guy like Amen, and over the years, Tari
Yeah,
East, and so on and so forth.
yeah,
But a guy like Fred Van Vliet helped establish that defensive identity, as well as like bringing that leadership. He's a veteran, and like you said in the playoffs last year, they didn't get far, but man, they forced the game seven against my
he's
Warriors, and
been
he
there.
was a huge
Yeah,
reason why. Like he started hitting shots from left to right, he was going crazy. But he is very important to this team. If you're a Houston Rocket fan, it definitely sucks. Like first season with KD, you think that you got a chance to win a championship, and then boom, just like that, you lose a key rotation of player like that. It definitely just sucks, bro. But I did see a report saying that he's not ruled out for the season though.
not the full season. I
Not the
was
full
thinking
season,
that
but
with new technology and
the way
new
I look at it
medicine.
though, I start the one is it worth him coming back though, because he's not young. He's like 30,
Like
31.
rushing back,
Yeah, like
right?
rushing back, bro. You don't want to kind of force that
He's
injury to
not
permanent.
overly athletic, anyways. You
Yeah,
know what I
he's
mean?
a
He's
he's
not.
a
He's
short
not.
guard, defensive IQ,
Yeah.
can shoot. So you got to be kind of careful with those type of things. But no, it definitely just sucks though for sure.
Because you see what's happened with Dame the last few years, and maybe he has rushed back, maybe he hasn't.
No,
But
he has rushed back. I
these
think he
guards
said
get
that.
older, man. Their
Mhm.
bodies start to deteriorate, and we've seen that the last couple of years. Yeah, I think it's a huge loss. To your point, you think about KD coming over, like part of that nucleus he was coming over to was Fred VanVleet, having the experience, being that clutch guy that can space the floor for KD, and just a guy is going to knock down shots in the biggest moments because he didn't have crazy numbers last regular season. He shot 38% from the field, 35 from the three-point line, 14 points, 4 rebounds. You get to the playoffs, he increases that to close to 19 points per game. He was shooting 44% from the three-point line. He didn't miss a free throw in that series against the Warriors. Arguably their best player. Now that took like Jalen Green, shitting the bed in that postseason series for him to be the best player. But nonetheless, he kind of led the way for them. And then you think about adding KD. That's what makes it kind of a plus. I do think about some of their depth, the youth that they have, right? Like Reed Shepherd is a guy that comes to mind instantly. He was a guy that was going to come off the bench. Now he maybe gets thrusted into the starting lineup. I'm not sure.
He should though. He should. Lottery pick. You talked about
He
this.
should be ready, right? Like
Yeah,
this is kind of his moment to
yeah.
step in. It's kind of a good thing for him.
Mhm.
It's never a good thing for injuries, but like why not Reed Shepherd?
Mhm.
I wanted to because I know there's another guard.
Is it Aaron Holiday? Is he still?
Yeah, it's Aaron Holiday. I knew I was forgetting
Mhm.
somebody. He's the other guy that you can rotate or potentially start instead of Reed Shepherd. To your point, though, he's a lottery pick. I'm going Reed Shepherd. I'm going to see what he has. Like, so.
Yeah, but also I wouldn't be opposed like if they were to put Amen at the one, like just run a big lineup. I would do like Amen,
yeah,
Katie at the 2, Tari East at the 3, Jabbar Smith Jr. and then Shangoon.
Yeah.
Why not just go big?
Shangoon can play a little bit of playmaker as well. Like, they can get creative for sure.
But honestly, Reed Shepherd is for sure the best option here. I mean, you actually talk about this, like when his time going to come. He was a third overall pick, I want to say, and he didn't really get a lot of playing time last season. So we'll see how it goes. This is his opportunity for sure.
No, I completely agree. So we'll see what happens there with Houston. You still got high hopes for them playoff contending for a championship. Like, does that end their window, or like, do you think they can still build up? He's not that big of a loss for this team.
He's definitely important, but I wouldn't.
He's not KD. He's not Sengun. He's not even. He's not Amin Thompson.
Amen. Yeah,
you would think is more important, right?
He's very important to the team, but they can make moves. They can shake some things around to kind of replace what he brings to the team. Like they can easily flip a guy for a poor man's version of a Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
So it ain't the end of that season for sure. It just sucks that it happened, but no, I wouldn't cancel them out for sure.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that as well. So we'll see where it goes for Houston, but let's get into these shooting guards, man. These top 15 shooting guards, man. It was interesting doing this list. I feel like there is kind of a big drop off after maybe the third best. I don't know. There is a guy I want to discuss with you that should be in the top 5 for you as well. That I'm wondering if I was sleeping on him last year in the season he had, because he had a pretty solid season. But nonetheless, man, I'm excited to get into this with you. We got an awesome Who You Got segment today in the show, so I'm excited to get to that as well. But how do you want to do this? Where do you want to start?
Typically, we always do 15 and 1.
15 up, right?
Yeah, we always do 15 and 1. But I thought the one should we just do, since we got only shooting guards and point guards, should we just switch it up and do 1 through 15?
I
think we should do that. Yeah, let's do 1 through 15.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So you want to kick this thing off for me?
You want me to go first? I can go first, brother. I can go first. This was actually tough for me, bro. Like 1 and 2. Like I really gave this some thorough. I gave some thorough thought to this because I thought about playoff success for one, and their pinnacle of their career right now. And then I thought about the last few seasons of the other, right? And I ultimately went with a preference. Like I love this guy's style of play. I love where this guy's going. I love his mentality when it comes to the game. And it's Anthony Edwards I'm going with at number one, man. It was between him and my number two, who is going to be Devin Booker. I'll just throw that out there now. It was between those two guys. I was thinking about Devin Booker's finals run. I've been thinking about the last couple seasons for Devin Booker, where his role kind of got foggy with the Phoenix Suns. Whereas with that team he took to the finals, he was the guy. He got to lead the way. He got the ball in the big moments. He got to take the big shots. And he got to be the facilitator for that team as well, man, where it kind of shifted the last few years, bringing Beal in, bringing KD in. And I just feel like it got a little groggy there for D-Book. And we really weren't seeing like the best that he can be.
Yeah, the best.
Ant, on the other hand, has just been ascending the last few years. And I think it's gotten him to the point where, yes, he's right there with a guy like Devin Booker, or now, in my opinion, above him. I think he is better. I think he's better defensively, specifically. The big thing for me with Ant and him improving, because really the sky's the limit for this guy. He's a freak athlete. He's obviously gotten better at shooting the ball. Playmaking, feel for the game when those double teams are coming, like the playoff basketball that he just has to learn to maneuver and get better at. I just think that's going to be the key to unlocking the rest of his game and unlocking his potential and his success. So go with Ant number one, D-Book number two, bro.
Okay, that's fair. Same here. I got Anthony. I was at number one, D-Book number two. Hey, you hit it on the head for all the right reasons, so I don't say too much. I do agree with that because I alluded to this last postseason. You know, when it comes down to double team, Anthony Edwards has to kind of work on that. Well, he should have worked on that in this past offseason, just learning how to kind of penetrate better when you see the double, know how to make the right reads and not force turnovers or force up shots. So I hope that he kind of worked on that. But no, explosive scorer, two-way leader, arguably the face of the future. We all know Ant-Man about. Ant-Man is in the rare conversation of guys in this league. There ain't too many guys I know that can like talk the talk and walk the walk, and he's one of them.
That's a great point.
You know, he's some consider it cocky. I don't consider it cocky. I just look at it as he's a very confident dude. He knows what his game is, and he know anything he say he can kind of back it up. So kudos to him. This was very, very tough for me, man, because I don't know if you know this, but Booker is one of my favorite players in the league, bro. He has really grown onto me over the past couple of years. I just love his game, bro. Like I could literally watch his highlights all day long. Just the way you get to the mid range and elevate and cook. But at number two, Devin Booker, smooth 3-level bucket, proven playoff killer. Still got ways to go to kind of get over the hump and ultimately win a championship, which we all know that's his goal. But nonetheless, man, Devin Booker still cold, one of the ones. He proved that he's more than just a scorer too. He elevated his game as a playmaker.
Yeah.
And so, it's rightfully so. I got him at two, man.
That's that last part you said was what made me give him very strong consideration for number one, is because of his playmaking ability. I wanted to ask you.
I will say this though, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to cut you off though. It kind of goes hand in hand. D-Book playmaking ability or Anthony Edwards defensive ability.
And that just his physical prowess, his
athletic. Yeah, he can hold his own on defensive end. So
because what I was going to ask you, bro, was like if you needed to go win a playoff series, you know what I mean? Who are you taking to lead your team, though? Because you know that is where it got really tough for me. Is like I've seen Ant have the big moments, but I've also seen him have these quiet nights where he just can't find any space and he's not making plays for his teammates either. They kind of are able to get him out of the game in a sense, where D-Book, he can orchestrate an offense. So it's like it's tough, yo. It's like what's Ant look like next season? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's what makes it hard for me.
Based on what we've seen thus far, I have to go Book on that. I have to. Because like you said, he can orchestrate the offense while still getting his. You know, a lot of guys ain't kind of, master that role.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys that can do that for you. So I have to go Booker, man.
That's interesting. But I think to that point, we can just say D-Book maybe has suffered from poor roster construction the last few years around him. It's hard to say poor roster construction when you add KD. You know what I mean? Like it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
it is, bro.
maybe he's meant to be option one, man. That team he took to the finals. That's where the thought about the playoffs and leading a team in the playoffs, like, what does Dbook look like just in Ant's place on the T Wolves? This is all hypotheticals at this point. It doesn't matter, but it's just interesting to think about, like, what would Devin Booker be able to do with these guys and Rudy Gobert?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Who you got at number 3? I would just want to see if we have the same number 3,
Yeah,
because I
for
feel
sure.
like we do.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious. Spida, Donovan Mitchell with the Cleveland Cavaliers,
Yeah,
consistent All NBA guard, elite shot maker. I mean, despite Cleveland coming up short in the postseason last year, you seen what that man was doing in the playoffs, bro. He was going crazy. But we all know that when Donovan Mitchell first came to the league, bro, he established himself as a playoff riser. Like, he rises to the
yeah,
occasion when it comes to the postseason. Unfortunately, he has yet to get over that hump, but nonetheless, he's still one of the best two-way guards in the league today. And we talk about playmaking. This is a guy who has improved his playmaking ability as well.
yeah.
You know, he's got a lot of shoes on that team, so he's always dishing it to them and dotting them. So, yeah, man, I got Donovan Mitchell at number 3. That's no secret there.
Yeah, no, I have him in the same exact spot. That's why I wanted you to go first there. But no, everything you said, man, playoff riser. Ever since he's gotten to the Cavs, especially, just dominating the Eastern Conference. Thinking about D Mitch and his peak, like when he's like got it going, right? I don't know. All of those guys scored 70 points. Like, Dbook scored 70 points. How many? What is the highest that D Mitch has scored? Because I was gonna say maybe D Mitch's peak is like higher than both of the people ahead of him, but I don't know, because I know Devin Booker scored 70 plus before.
D. Mitch scored 70 as well.
He scored 70 plus as well, right? That's
Mhm.
interesting, man. So it's like when those boys get cooking, they're really hard to stop. He's a freak athlete. You mentioned it. He's just gotten better as a playmaker, especially since he got to Cleveland and they put kind of the right pieces around him. I would like to see him succeed in the postseason. Like, you look at last postseason when they're playing the Pacers and getting knocked out of the playoffs. He's dropping like 40 points. He's dropping 38, 35 points.
He playing like on down there one leg, though.
Yeah, yeah, that too. He's hampered. So it's like, man, can he just get some help? Jared Allen disappears. Darius Garland disappears. Like, it's not even his fault that he hasn't had success, but it's the nature of the game. You got to have playoff success, and that's probably one of the main reasons he's behind both of these guys that have kind of succeeded in the Western Conference, which is tougher. But
yeah. So who you got coming in number 4, man?
Number 4, man, this is the guy I wanted to talk to you about. It's Zach LaVine, man. Had a really impressive season last year. I feel like I just didn't give it enough attention personally. Like, I just didn't watch enough Sacramento Kings basketball. He played 74 games last year, which that's always been the problem with Zach LaVine, is that he's injured or he doesn't play enough games.
Pretty much always been a reason.
Yeah, always been the reason. So that's what I wrote down. Like, this is healthy. Like, this is the healthy version of LaVine, like shooting 51% from the field, 45% from the 3-point line, 23 points per game. Four rebounds, 4 assists per game. Like, that's a very quality player. And you know what I started to think when I was making this list, man?
Uh-oh.
Paul George. And that move, because there was a point where the Sixers, it felt like a Sixers fan.
I remember that.
We're either getting Zach LaVine or Paul George. And obviously we went the Paul George free agency route. And I don't know. Based off last season, that looks like a major mistake. Yeah, Dion, if I'm saying that right, Dion Reed, thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.
74 games, yeah, for LaVine.
That's
I want to say that's got to be a career high. I'm not sure if he's ever played a full season before. I doubt that. So, I got LaVine at number 4, man. Top 5 shooting guard. It feels weird to say, but I guess that's what you get when he's healthy.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely stay off my list too, by the way, because I got Zach LaVine at number 4 as well. So stay off my list, bro. But hey, athletic score, injuries hold him back from potentially, just potentially, depending on if he healthy, maybe top three, maybe. But the way I
We
look at
have
it with a
to
guy
see
like
it.
Zach
Yeah.
Levine, though, bro, you alluded to it. When he's right, he's right. Like this is a guy over the years when he got traded from Minnesota to Chicago, he kind of blossomed into like that all-star caliber player,
Yeah.
giving you over 20 points per game. And he's improved as a rebound and playmaker. Defensively is kind of a little shanky, but nonetheless, this is a guy. He's a bucket. And I was pretty sure a lot of us didn't watch him play when he was down there in Sacramento, but
Yeah.
he finished the season out strong, averaging over 22 points per game. So this is a guy like when he's healthy and right, bro, he's a bucket to say the least. So
Yeah.
I got
No.
Zach Levine at number 4 as well.
And you know, it would be nice to see him with some talent around him. Maybe he would step it up defensively. Like he is athletic enough and lengthy enough to play good defense. It's all about
Yeah.
effort at the end of the day. So it would be nice to see him step up in that regard. You want to hit me with the number 5, bro?
Yes, sir. This is a guy coming in number 5 for me. I don't like him. I don't. But I'm not gonna let
I
that
know you would.
interfere with me ranking him because I feel like he has a lot of untapped potential. And with his new team this upcoming season, I feel like they can help him break into a potential all-star this upcoming season, and that's Desmond Bain of the Orlando Magic. Strong two-way guard, elite efficient guard. Like the past couple of seasons when Ja Morant was injured, he's kind of proved that he's more than just a shooter. He's elevated his
Playmaker.
game
Yeah.
on the defensive side of things, rebounding for sure, and playmaker. So this is a guy got coming in number 5, Desmond Bain of the Orlando Magic. Man.
No, that's exactly who I have at
Also,
number
bro,
5. What?
another reason is because he never hits my parlays. Like literally, bro, he never hits them. Never. Like,
That's just six with you, yo. Like that's how I remember certain players, and it gives me like a stigma towards them.
yeah, bro.
Um, but no, I have Bane at number 5 as well, man, and it's for all the same reasons. It's the playmaking ability, the ability to create off the dribble, which I just did not know he had in his bag coming out of college. And maybe he didn't. Maybe he developed that on the Grizzlies and has been able to build on that. But nonetheless, averaging over 5 assists last season, close to 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, great shooting splits throughout his career. He's an elite shooter from outside, obviously. And
Mhm.
to your point, what I had written down here was he's a perfect fit for his new team. We thought like Caldwell Pope would be that guy that would fit seamlessly with the Orlando Magic, but this feels like more of a knockout type of addition with his ability and what he's going to add to that team. It's going to take a lot of stress off of Paulo and Franz, but it's also they're gonna take a lot off of his plate as far as attention. He's gonna get so much open space beyond the arc playing next to those guys and the rest of those guys that got down there. They got a nice group in Orlando this year. So yeah, I like Bane, man. I did give a strong consideration between the two people I have below him, which I'll just go one below, but I did go Derek White next, right after Bane here, and I gave strong consideration to putting him over Bane. Just like the defense, right? And the IQ of which Derek White plays with. He is just a very smart player. He's been able to showcase that with the Boston Celtics. But then I had to bring it back and kind of ask myself, what does Desmond Bane look like on the Boston Celtics with that talent around him? It's no doubt that Derek White is a quality player. That's why he's number 6 on my list here. But yeah, just as far as putting Bane over him, it was more of just being able to create on your own, being able to get your own shot, get your own bucket. That being said, Derek White has surprised me a bunch over the last, I don't know how many seasons he's been with Boston so far. What, 3, 4
About two and a
seasons?
half.
2.5 seasons? Close
Wait,
to
hold on.
3.
Wait. Probably 3. Yeah,
3.
about 3. Yeah, about 3. Yeah.
They got a championship. They got 2 finals appearances, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nonetheless, he's a walking bucket, man. I mean, he can shoot the ball. He's an elite shooter, obviously. He's been able to showcase that fully with Boston. It's more or less. I find myself when I watch him sometimes, especially when it's like Tatum out of the game or it's Jaylen Brown out of the game or out of the lineup. he's able to showcase his other abilities, that he can be a playmaker, that he can rebound the ball. He is physical. He plays tough defense. He's just absolutely he's a winning player. That's what Derek White is,
Mhm.
and that's why I got him so high on this list, man.
Yeah. Hey man, like I said, stop looking at my list. I got Derek White coming in at number 6 as well. This is a guy, by the way, like to all the kids out there or even NBA players out there, you should take notes from a guy like Derek White. You talk about a guy that's constantly putting the work in. Like Derek White was not this type of shooter he is of today.
Right?
Like
Was it
when we
San
played him,
Antonio he was with before?
yeah, San Antonio, his strong suit was more so like a slasher playmaker.
Yeah.
And when we met Boston in the finals a couple years back, some of our defense was kind of predicated on leaving him open in a sense, like daring him to make shots. And he did pop off one game, but after that game, he kind of came back down to earth. So yeah, you have to apply a guy like that. He's improved his game in a multitude of ways.
Yeah.
To your point, he's a bucket, and I'm pretty sure this will come this season. He can kind of show that as well. And a playmaker, rebound, obviously one of the best guard defenders in the league today. So, I got him at number 6. I got to respect that for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So far we got the top 6 the exact same.
Yeah. So for me, I'm 7, right?
Number 7, yeah.
That is so lucky. My birthday, man. But all right, this is a guy, bro.
Where we switched it up.
Last off season, we talked about him. We was like, he's been in the league for a fair amount of time, and when is he going to put his conversation like that top tier of shooting guards? Now, last year I may have had him in my top 10, I want to say, but nonetheless, he has risen my ranks. So I'm talking about RJ Barrett of the Toronto Raptors.
Okay.
This is a guy, a physical wing with two-way game. He's improved his game, like from a playmaker standpoint, becoming a better shooter as well.
Yeah.
And just being like a little bit more efficient. I would like him to be better with that. But nonetheless, a pretty good defender, and yeah, he's making his way up. So yeah, I got RJ Barrett at number 7.
Yeah, I think he's quietly just developing up in
Mhm.
Toronto, which he just kind of didn't have the opportunity to do in New York without that pressure, right? There's a lot of pressure in New York.
Pressure, bro. Yeah.
And he's from Canada, so he should be a lot more comfortable up there as well, man. Interesting to see him come up this high on your list. Obviously, that's my Duke boy, so I got a lot of love for RJ, but not just yet. My number 7 is going to be my man Trey Murphy III down there in NOLA. I
Hey,
believe
what's up?
he just got a contract extension, right?
Yeah, last offseason.
Got
Yeah,
a nice contract extension.
yeah. Got a max extension.
He obviously is down there in New Orleans. They had a horrible season last year, so it's not going to get a ton of attention, but he is just everything I feel like you want in a modern day shooting guard. He's got the length to defend. He's got the elite shooting ability, obviously, and he is kind of a taller, lankier type of build, which just allows him to get his shot off from anywhere. I was disappointed. That's why I bring up the extension. I was disappointed to see him sign an extension in New Orleans because I would love to see him go play some playoff basketball and see what he could do when the big lights are on. Because he's just seeing him in the few moments that the Pelicans have had in the big spotlight, it feels like he's built for those moments. It feels like he will shine in those moments.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm looking for this season for him to kind of step up in the department of playmaking and kind of being a bigger part of the team as a whole, not just this 3-and-D type of shooting guard, but more of an overall scorer and playmaker for that team. But still, all that being said, he averaged 21 points last year, 5 rebounds, close to 4 assists, a steal per game. The shooting from the 3-point line was a little down, 36%. I expect a little bit better from him in that department, of course, but it's hard to say with that team down there in New Orleans, man. They got so many moving parts going around.
That's what I'm saying.
What's going on?
Different lineups every night. Like
it's weird.
But Trey Murphy definitely had to. He was cooking up. He proven that he's more than just a stand-up shooter. Like he was dribbling the ball and just cooking. So shout out to him. But
no doubt.
So for me, man, coming in at number 8, bro. I'm gonna go with Trey Murphy, bro. Like,
okay,
knock down shit with defensive versatility. Not gonna lie, it kind of shocked me a little bit. I didn't know he had that in his game last year.
I
Like
didn't either.
he
Yeah.
was he was dribbling, bro. Like he was cooking. Shout out to him. So you pretty much hit on the head for everything. That's why I got a number 8, Trey Murphy the third, to be exact.
I like it. I like it, man. I'm looking for him to step out a little bit further next season. So we'll see. That goes for a couple of these guys that we got coming up on this list. Quite honestly, I'm looking for. I don't
Mhm.
want to call it breakout seasons because they've already had like breakout or good quality seasons, but just maybe who's gonna take that step up out of this next group of guys we're gonna name. But my number 8 is going to be that guy Brandon Miller out in Charlotte, man. You talk about a lengthy guard slash 4. He could play a couple different positions for that team, but he is just a complete mismatch with his size, his scoring ability, and he's still figuring it out, man, on a bad Charlotte team. So I'm actually impressed with him. Obviously, he didn't play a ton of games last year. But I think the sky's the limit for Brandon Miller, man. I think he's got a lot of talent in there.
Yeah, you think he can reach his full ceiling in Charlotte though? Boy, he
It's
got
the
to get moved.
detractor, man. It's the detractor. That's why I'm so excited to get to point guards with you because there's a point guard in Charlotte that is very polarizing, and it's hard to measure
Mhm.
how good he is. And I think that goes for all Charlotte players. It's funny, I was listening back to one of our like recent episodes, and we were talking about Kelly Oubre.
Oh
And
yeah,
we talked about his time in Charlotte, and he averaged like
yeah,
20 points per game.
right.
Oh, Kelly Oubre's a guy.
But when he
And then
go
he
to a
goes,
winning situation,
can you play winning
yeah.
basketball?
Same, hey, same thing with Terry Rozier. When he went over to Miami, fell off the earth. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I feel
But
Terry Rozier, yeah, he got
fell
caught
off
up
the
in
earth, bro.
what some sports betting shit.
Yeah, bro, he got caught
Um,
up on that, bro. It's
it's
crazy.
interesting.
So what we at 9 now?
Yeah, we're at 9.
Oh,
Dion
okay.
thought that. I guess he thinks that's a little high. I feel you. I can see why you would think that. I just really like the skill set and what he has going on there, but I can see why you would feel that way.
Yeah. So for me, man, coming in number 9, this is a guy I'm very, very high on, and that is Shaden Sharp of the Portland Trail Blazers. Freak athlete with star upside.
Yeah,
He's still growing. He's relatively young. I think he's like 23 years old, and that's actually a scary sight because the past couple plus seasons, he's just been elevating his game as a scorer.
yeah,
And yeah, like with him being down there in Portland, he's gonna have a lot of time just to kind of come into his own, no pressure. Like we talk about RJ Barrett. And they brought back Dame, Drew Holiday, so he can learn from those vets. How to be a pro and be better on the defensive side of things, as well as take advice from Dame from a scoring standpoint. So I think this guy's ceiling is just up there, bro. So I got Shane Sharp coming in number 9.
I like it. I like it. I definitely had shuffled him around on my list a few times. It's just hard to measure like where he is now versus his potential. To your point, which is very high. So
Mhm.
very interesting. Number 9, man. This was another guy I was shuffling around because I felt like I had to put respect on his name, and I'm talking about Austin Reeves, man. I've never been like this overt fan of Austin Reeves. I've kind of been a hater. Just him being on the Lakers, I feel like I do hate on the Lakers a little bit. Like it's just it's natural. But when you look at his numbers, when you look at his impact, he's able to do a good bit of things you need to do on the basketball court, especially from the offensive perspective.
Yeah.
We've talked about playmaking and how important that can be, especially from your 2 guard, right? Like you need playmaking from your point guard, but if you can get it from the other spots on the team, that's
Mhm.
always huge. And Austin Reeves has been a quality road dog to LeBron and AD for so many years, and now obviously Luka coming in. I think it'll get in another season with Luka. I think they'll figure some things out, but 20 points per game last year, close to 5 rebounds, close to 6 assists per game, 46, 38, 88 shooting splits for Austin Reeves. Um, I don't know, man. There's nothing he does that wows me, but the quality in the production, it just doesn't lie. You know what I mean? So I had to put a little bit of respect on it. As much as he just doesn't jump off the screen at me when he's playing.
But I agree, man. I agree. So coming in for me at number 10, Austin Reeves of the Los Angeles Lakers. You hit on the head for all the right points. high IQ guard, efficient. He fits with just about any lineup. You know, he does a lot of things. He's improved his game as a scorer. I will say this: you mentioned something that caught my attention. You know, I'm not the biggest Austin Reed fan either, but I just have like a different level of respect for guys like that who got it out the mud,
Yeah,
and he really did.
I
The
feel that.
undrafted guard from Texas, what 5, 6 years in the league today, and every year he has gotten better. So shout out to him, and for sure I say he's a top 10 guard in this league. Shooting
Yeah,
guard,
no, yeah, and I think that's a good stamp to put on it. Top 10 guard in the league, top 10 shooting
shooting
guard.
guard, yeah, shooting guard, yeah, shooting guard,
Top
yeah.
10 shooting guard in the league. He does deserve that respect, man. Number 10, rounding out the top 10 for me, my man is a guy you already named, RJ Barrett, my Duke brother.
Okay, hey, we ain't
Um,
too far away. We ain't too far away.
we're not. I got some respect for RJ. Of course, it's the efficiency you mentioned. It's got to get a little bit better. The shooting has to get a little bit better, specifically from the 3-point line. If he can get up to that 37, 38, 39% from the 3-point line, he's going to be really hard to stop if he's able to shoot at that efficiency. I just want to see that. But the playmaking is there. The athletic ability is there. He's obviously able to rebound the ball. Defensively, he has the prowess there. It's really just continuing to work on that shot. And it's just when I start thinking about the fit of those guys, it's interesting, right? With RJ, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes in the middle of that starting lineup for the Toronto Raptors next season.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? I'm not sure. It could work out, I guess. Like I'm concerned with floor spacing if RJ Barrett is not knocking down the 3-point ball at a better clip. You got Emmanuel Quickly out there that's going to be your starting point guard. He'll be able to space the floor, but it'll be interesting to see what Toronto does with those guys and that nucleus moving forward. But nonetheless, RJ Barrett, a very quality player.
Yeah, for sure. So for me, man, this is a guy coming in number 11. His whole identity changed as a player in the league. Like his early days in his career, he was more so like a typical 3-and-D type of dude. And he was on a Draymond Green and BD pod a while back, and they were just saying how he don't sit down no more, meaning he don't guard up for real
Yeah.
because he's a bucket now. And I'm talking about Angry Norman Powell, man. You talk about a guy. I voted for him to be an all-star last year. This guy's a bucket. No, seriously, bro. Like,
No, I'm there. I'm
we
there.
all know he was a six man, but when he became a full-time starter, he averaged 21 points per game last season, with the Clippers. And I think he can do big things with the Heat this upcoming season because Tyler Hero going to miss the start of the season. So,
Yeah.
hey, that's the opportunity right there for him to kind of keep elevating his game. It's kind of crazy to say, like, Norman Powell's like 30, 31. And for him to have that breakout season he did last year is just a testament to his work ethic and just taking advantage of the opportunity at hand. But we all know what Angry Norman about. He's a bucket. So this is a guy that got coming in number 11, and I think he's going to have a good season, man, for sure.
Yeah, that's funny, man. I got him in the exact same spot, number 11.
Here we go with this, bro.
I love me some angry Norm, bro. Even if he is talking shit on PG and it hurts when he's right. It hurts when he's right, but now he's in South Beach, right? So he can't worry about the Clippers no more either. I agree with you. I think he's going to get a massive amount of opportunity with Hero out to start the season. And who knows? Maybe they're able to like keep that going once Hero comes back. If Norm's able to establish himself while Hero's out, so that could be huge for the Miami Heat this year. I do think maybe while Hero's out, maybe he can get into more of that playmaking role. He is a bucket, so maybe he just sticks to that. You don't want to ask him to do too much, but we'll see what he can expand to with the Miami Heat this upcoming season. But yeah, man, big shot Norm, angry Norm.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of nicknames for Norm Powell.
UCLA
comes in at number 11.
Mm-hmm. So for me, man, coming at number 12, this is a guy you already mentioned, and that's Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets. Believe it or not, bro, I watched a fair amount of Charlotte Hornet game last season, and you see the potential with him. I will say this though, something you have to work on, just kind of not forcing the shots up like that, and that's something the coach has kind of got on him about.
That's that Charlotte shit.
Yeah, that's the LaMelo wearing off on him. So he's about 6'8", 6'9". So he has all the tools to be a pretty good defender because he's athletic. But nonetheless, his potential is through the roof, and that's what I got coming in at number 12, bro, Brandon Miller.
No, obviously I like his game a lot, but you make a good point with the shot selection. That does have to get better.
Mhm.
And that's what I mean about Lamelo. That's what I mean about the Hornets in general. But number 12 for me, man. This is a guy I'm excited about this season. He's going to get a massive amount of opportunity with his new team, and that's Anthony Simons. He comes. How's Brandon Miller over RJ Barrett right now? Oh, I can address that in a second, man. Anthony Simons comes in at number 12 for me, nonetheless. I think just putting him in a winning environment with the Boston Celtics, I think that he's going to be able to have even more success. But he's obviously a walking bucket, an elite shooter, and I think he can expand as a playmaker with some better talent around him as well this upcoming season. So Anthony Simons comes in at number 12. Why Brandon Miller over RJ Barrett?
Hey, this will be a good clip.
It's a fair question. I'm not gonna lie about that. But what it comes down to for me is the simple fact of Brandon Miller being a better pure scorer than RJ Barrett. I think his touch, his shooting ability, it just for me, it looks better, it looks more pure, and I
That's
just
fair.
see a lot more potential in Brandon Miller coming out. He has more size, but it is close and it is fair. RJ Barrett, you can argue is a more established, I guess.
He
Yeah,
brings more to the table. Like I improved his playmaking ability, getting better over the years.
he's good
Better
defensively.
defender, better
More
rebounder.
developed at this point. It's fair. It's fair. I guess it's a preference
It's a
thing, man.
preference, yeah.
I
It's a
like
preference
Brandon Miller's
thing.
game more. If I'm just being
And
completely
that says
transparent.
a lot because RJ is your Duke guy, so you know.
You know, I operate with heavy Duke bias
Yeah,
a
trust
lot,
me.
bro.
Yeah, I know. And I can't wait till we talk about this point guard list because we got some things to talk about there. We'll talk about that the next part.
I can't wait. I can't wait, brother. Nonetheless, where we at? Number 12. Yeah, I went number 12, Anthony Simons.
Oh,
So
okay, that's pretty
on you,
cool,
brother.
Anthony. Yeah. So we're at 13, right? Yeah, 13. Yeah, we're at 13. Yeah, because
Yeah,
Brandon Miller's my 12
yeah,
seed.
13. 13.
So
My bad.
13. This is a guy I think that he can redeem himself this season. He's on a new team. Not a ton of pressure like that, I say, but somewhat is because you know the guy he's going to be in the backcourt with is not trying to rebuild or anything. And that's I'm talking about Jalen Green of the Phoenix Suns. Explosive talent, still streaky, but can be dangerous. In the postseason, he like you said, he shit the bed. He disappeared, and that's kind of the reason that why he got traded and shipped away from Houston.
Yeah.
But I mean, when he's on though. I will say that. You just got to kind of figure out how to be consistent.
What's the
And
go?
there's
Yeah,
no better person to learn that from than his running mate
it's a
and
good
Devin
point.
Booker. So that's what got coming in number 13, Jalen Green of the Phoenix Suns.
I actually have the same exact number 13, Jalen Green. You hit the nail on the head. I talked about it earlier. Um, it's really just those playoff lows. Like they were so low, and I think it's the fact that you've seen those lows before. You've seen him go through droughts in a season. I guess you could say, but the lows are really really low. He can have the high of highs, right? It's just I want to see that balance. I want to see that consistency in between. And I think you make a really good point about his running mate and Devin Booker, and obviously what he can teach him as a guard, and just finding a go-to because that's what it looked like in the playoffs last year. It looked like he didn't have like a go-to move. You know, when you need to get yourself in a rhythm, you need to get a bucket. What is your go-to move that you're gonna hit
Mhm.
99 out of 100
Right,
times?
right.
And I just don't know if he has that move in his bag. And like you said, maybe he can learn something from Devin Booker, get
Well, he
better in that
better.
regard.
Because he know
It's
what's
just
best for his
his
career.
talent. He should be higher on this list. Like
Definitely.
he's more talented than some other
Definitely.
guys on this higher on this list.
For sure.
He's just not consistent, man, especially with that postseason low. But yeah, Jalen Green at number 13 for me as well, man.
Hey, man, that's what's up. Number 14, bro. This is a guy I feel like the past couple of seasons, he's kind of coming to his own. He's still young, and that's the scary part about this. You mentioned you got Anthony Simons on your list, right? And I just listed Jalen Green. I didn't want to kind of have the same type of like archetypes of players on this list So this is why I went with this guy. And I'm talking about Dyson Daniels of the Atlantic Hawk, or the
Okay.
Atlanta Hawks.
Okay.
We all know what this brother is defensively. Like he's developed as a playmaker as well. One of the best on-ball defenders in the league. You arguably you can see him winning Defensive Player of the Year this upcoming season
Yeah.
for sure. He still has a long ways to go as a player, but I'm so biased towards defense, and his defense is just an amazing sight to see. Offensively, his game is still developing, but you see the potential for sure. So this is a guy I have a lot of high hopes in, and that's what I got coming at number 14, man. Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks.
I like it, man. I like it. It's definitely a guy I gave a lot of thought to for my list. Obviously, his breakout season last year, he's incredible defensively, and I think he's perfect to kind of go along with Trae Young in that backcourt down in Atlanta. It'll be interesting to see how he continues to grow. Didn't make my list, but I definitely gave him hard consideration. Number 14 for me is a guy that you actually already listed in your list, actually a good bit further up. Shaden Sharp, right? And what he's looking like out in Portland, man. I just look at I just named Anthony Simons. Well, they moved him out. You bring Dame Lillard back. Dame's not going to start the season, right? They've cleared the runway for him and Scoot and these young guys of this Portland team, and I want to see him step up into an even bigger role. But as you mentioned, man, he surprised me with the numbers he was able to put up consistently from a scoring department last year. Because, like you said, he's kind of raw. Like he's a supreme athlete and elite athlete. Like the defensive intangibles are ridiculous, but just work on that shot, man. If he gets a knockdown 3-point shot, I think he was at 31% last year. Average close to 19 points per game, close to 5 rebounds per game, close to 3 assists. Improve as a playmaker, improve as a 3-point shooter. The sky's the limit for this guy. But like you said, he's just kind of raw right now, and he's already putting up those numbers. I'm interested to see where he can go, man. And he's got a decent bag offensively already. I just want to see him improve as a shooter.
But yeah, sure.
Shaden Sharp at number 14 for me, man.
All right, man. Number 14. We have 15 now. The last pick on my list. This is a guy, pure microwave scorer, and that's just about it. This guy's a bucket, nothing more. I'm talking about Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets. Hey, man, when he's on, goddammit. And he's one of the best scorers in his league. You would kind of hope that he would kind of improve his game a little bit more. But, though, he was on Draymond podcast. He brought up a great point, bro. Like, when he's cooking and teams blitz him, he makes the right reads, but he don't get an assist for that. It's like a hockey assist, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, some in that department. It don't show up. Like, he don't get the assist, but he's making the right reads, though. But you get the picture. I got Cam Thomas at number 15 and Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like excuses, but nonetheless, I feel that. Hey. I feel that. He said, "Who's y'all 16?" I got a couple guys I can name after I name my 15. Man,
same.
I guess what I want to ask you, I had an asterisk by this guy's name. Are we calling DeJounte Murray a shooting guard or a point guard?
I said two guard. Two
guard? Because I know he kind of fluctuates, right? He's who I have at my number 15 with an asterisk, depending on what we wanted to consider him, a point guard or a shooting guard. He didn't have the greatest season last year in New Orleans, but everything was a little wonky last year. He didn't play a ton of games, but he is an elite defender when he does get it going. He's improved as a shooter and as a scorer. I would like to see him kind of get back to where he was a season ago. Because once again, last year was a bit of a down season. He said no Klay Thompson. You're a Warriors fan, so I don't know, but he's not a Warrior no more. So I guess you don't have to operate with that bias.
Klay, my guy, I'd probably say Klay top 20, 25 at this point in his career. He not top 15. Like, no, I wouldn't.
For me, number 16 was going to be Cam Thomas, the guy that you had at number 15. He's a polarizing player. He can score the rock.
Yeah.
It's just like, what else? And like, it's the Hornets thing, right? With the Nets. Like, are these empty stats?
And a guy had strong consideration of Simons because he didn't make my list, but also Jordan Poole. I was kind of thinking about
He had a
putting
bounce
him.
back year. I
Yeah.
still have like bad Jordan Poole basketball in my head,
Hmm.
but he had a bounce back year last year. He played very efficiently. Stephon Castle,
Yes, I wouldn't rank him that high.
not yet, but
Not yet.
he
Yeah,
will be.
yeah, he will be up there for
Maybe.
sure.
Is he going to get the opportunity in San Antonio too? Do you, like? Well, I guess Dylan Harper is starting the season injured, right?
Is he?
Is he? Am I making that up? Did I mishear that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me just look that up
If
really quick.
so, it's
Fact
news to
check.
me. It's news to
We'll
me,
fact
brother.
check it.
It is news to me. So, yeah, now there's a lot of talented guards in this league, man. To be more exact, the two guard position. So,
Hey, no love for CJ McCollum.
say who, bro?
You said CJ
Oh, you talking
McCollum?
about that dude that's in Washington that's on his way out the league? That's CJ McCullum, the guy that started the new CBA. The reason that both of our teams are kind of in the predicament we are today, with guys like Kaminga and Quentin Grimes. That guy, CJ McCullum, nah, anybody setting up CJ, bro.
That's hilarious. I feel you though. I feel you. He's like he's just not a winning basketball player.
He sucks, man. Like empty sets.
Clay not top 15 at his position. It's a new day. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's a
Yeah,
new era. And guess what, bro? It's okay. It's
it is
okay,
okay.
bro. It's all about buckets nowadays. Ain't nobody playing no defense no more, bro. So.
Fair enough. Theo 3 and D's breakout shooting guard
Yeah,
Grady Dick.
that ain't a bad one. That ain't bad.
Athletic shooter,
That
expanded
guy,
role in
hey,
Toronto.
Jared McCain would have finished the season that strong. Maybe he would have made the list.
Hey, you know my bias. I gave him some consideration. Like, I do think he'll be there next season. Quentin Grimes, he averaged 22
Yeah,
down the stretch. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see who gets the nod in Philly, man. You even got
Hold up,
BJ
though. What would you consider?
Edgecombe.
What would you consider Josh Giddey though? A two guard or a one? Damn, because if he didn't make the list, I don't know, man.
He's just such a tweener, bro.
You know what though, bro? Kobe White too. Kobe White.
Kobe White is one of those guys that is right there. He was up there for me. He was up there for me.
Oh yeah,
He's in that like 15 to 20 range, I would say.
yeah. He's up
But
there. She's a bucket.
Josh Giddey, man.
There's something to think about though.
Is Josh Giddey like? Is it like you know what I mean? Like when I think shooting guard, I do not think
Oh,
Josh Giddey at all. Like I don't.
yeah,
But
he's listed as one though, but he played like a point guard.
is he a shooter? Yeah.
And
Because like in my head, I'm
Kobe
thinking
White,
like forward, like point forward.
Kobe
But
White plays like a he's listed as a point guard, but play like a shooting guard. So
who? Oh, Kobe White.
Kobe White,
Kobe White.
yeah. I would actually replace Cam Thomas with Kobe White though. If I'm being honest, I would do that. But we gotta
Kinda
keep this.
does
We gotta
work,
keep this
yeah.
show rolling because I don't want you to get in trouble. So,
Yeah, we good, bro.
okay.
Can Bobo sign and play shooting guard? Who's your team, Dion? I'm curious.
Yeah,
And what
who's your
about you,
team,
Theo?
man? Who's your team, bro?
I can't see the pick in there.
You know what, bro? He gives me Laker vibes, low key. I could be wrong.
Dude, Theo
Yeah,
or Dion?
Dion.
Dion gives you Laker vibes. Interesting. I feel like you would have said something about Austin Reeves if he was on the Lakers vibe. Oh, Theo's a Grizzlies fan. Okay.
Theo been around though. I think I
I
remember.
feel like we've seen Theo before.
we've
Yeah,
seen him
for
before.
sure.
Appreciate you stopping by, man.
Absolutely. Grizzlies should be fun. Should be fun with the point guards for the Grizzlies, man. You got a former Grizzly, Desmond Bain, on the list, of course.
What the heck knows, Lakers? What's your team, then, fam? Let
At
us
least
know.
we're the same there, bro. We hating on the Lakers. I do love me some Lakers hate.
Oh, a Kings fan. Oh, okay. That's
Oh.
something different. That's different.
Nice. Okay.
different.
So yeah, he could keep us hip on Zach LaVine out there.
Yeah, for sure. he can
Top-
let us know.
Top 5 shooting guard top 4 shooting guard Zach LaVine. Interesting enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's get to the who you got segment. Let's get this in, brother.
So you brought this to my attention. I didn't even know T Mac said this, but with T Mac saying guys today don't compare to him, who you got? Tracy in his prime or the feel of Booker and Man and Spider? T Mac, 6'8", elite shot maker, length, smooth handle, unguardable mid range. We listed, different traits of Ant Man, Booker, and Spider. I can kind of list them again if you want. Ant Man, athletic freak, explosive first step, physical defender, Book, pure scorer. Probably got the most polished offensive bag on his list for sure. Smooth operator is what I like to call him. He gets to a spot so effortlessly.
Yeah,
Then you got Spider, strong guard, clutch shot maker, shifty handle. In the field of one on one, though, bro, who wins between those four guys? T Mac, Ant Man, Spider, or Dbook? Who do you
it,
got?
it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least, man. Tracy McGrady was a hell of a talent. I want to
He
ask
was.
you this pre exemptive question. What is Tracy McGrady? Is he a shooting guard? Like he is, right? Like
Yeah,
he's
he's a shooting
definitely a
guard.
shooting guard.
He's a
What would
shooting
he?
guard.
He would be a shooting guard in today's game.
I want to say yeah, 6'8".
6'8"?
Actually, you know what?
Or
No,
would he be a wing?
he would probably be a one
A one, a
because
point guard, right? Like, cause
yeah,
he
he would be
handled
a
the
one.
ball a lot,
He would
bro.
easily be a one, bro.
So it's interesting thinking from that perspective, and I do want to throw it out there. When Tracy McGrady had this interview where he said there's not a ton of like modern day players that resemble his play style, he mentioned guys like SGA as like who he would compare himself to. So it's interesting from that aspect. I think of Tracy McGrady as a shooting guard personally. I guess I'm really honing in on those Rockets days, but I don't know. Maybe my memory is incorrect. Um, Tracy McGrady against the field, 1-on-1. I don't think that I don't think that Dbook could stick with him athletically, with his size, his shot making ability. I think the only player that physically could match up with Tracy McGrady, especially 1-on-1, is Anthony Edwards. And I just feel like Tracy's more polished. Like
That brother right there.
I think Tracy's more polished though. Like I think just the pure scoring ability in a one-on-one setting, I just think he might not miss a shot.
Yeah, that's true.
He might not miss a
That's
shot. Like
true.
I don't know. He was just such a pure scorer. The touch, everything, the handle.
Mm. So you got T Mac in the field of one on one. That's your answer.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
with Ant where he's at right now, yeah, I'm gonna take T Mac over the field.
Okay. That's a bet. I'm gonna be different, bro. In the one on one field, give me this young brother right here. Physical, strong.
Okay.
He talks the talk and walk it. Very confident in his game. T Mac has the height advantage. He goes shoot over him, but like I said, he's athletic. He can contest those shots
He can.
and he can defend. So in the field of one on one, bro, give me Anthony Edwards, bro. Like, hey. And by the way, this is no disrespect, T Mac. I'm very well educated on what he used to do back in the day. He led the league in scoring twice. Back when they had Kobe and all those guys, Shaq. That was pretty impressive to do, but give me Ant Man in the field in the
It's
one on
like
one.
is McGrady is he guarding Ant Man? I don't remember him as a defender. Like I was very young when he was in his prime. Like I don't remember Tracy McGrady as a defender at all.
That's
But
fair.
maybe I'm tripping. He was athletic for sure. But Dion doing the plug for Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond, very underrated player. Great plug here from Dion.
That's a fact. Run
Um,
CMC, man.
D-Book, yes. D-Book was number 2 for both of us. Yeah, that is correct.
So a follow up question with that. So when it's all said and done, though, who's going to have a better career resume? T Mac was a 7-time All Star, 2-time scoring champ, Hall of Famer. But keep this in mind: no deep playoff runs whatsoever.
Right.
None. We look at guys like Devin Booker; he's been to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And was been to the West Conference Finals in back-to-back years.
Yeah.
Spida has never been to the conference finals, but he has some pretty impressive playoff performances.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, who's going to have a better career resume out of those four guys I just listed?
Man.
Well, one career is already over, but
Right.
two.
I'm gonna go with Ant. I'm gonna go with
Mhm.
Ant.
Okay.
I think he can get to an MVP type of level as far as like regular season MVP awards, right? And like you said, he's already had some, if not equal, more success in the playoffs than T Mac. And I just think he's so young. Like we're talking about Anthony Edwards, what, 24 right now?
Yeah, he's young. Yeah.
24, 25, 23 years old. Yeah, he's got a lot of room to grow just from an IQ standpoint, understanding the game, let alone his offensive prowess. But interesting. So y'all think like career wise, T Mac? It's interesting. I would say like the impact. I don't know. T Mac left a great impact on my adolescence, my childhood. Like as a basketball player fan growing up, Tracy
Yeah, right.
McGrady was up there with the Allen Iversons.
Yeah. Don't get
Like
me wrong. Like he was one of the ones, but when we talk about when it matters the most to them, that is a different category. I'm sorry,
yeah,
T Mac just ain't in that category, bro.
injuries and
Yeah,
yeah,
he's not one. He was not one of those dudes that just elevate his level of play in the postseason. So guys that are listed like Ant, Book, and Spider, they have risen to the
fair.
occasion.
It is fair. It is
Yeah.
fair. And yeah, I think to that point, you could argue Devin Booker is already, right? Like making it
Been
to
to
the
the
NBA
finals.
finals. It's
To the
just
finals.
weird. I don't know. It's weird.
I think that when it's all said and done, though, that's the question. I
Yeah.
think Anthony Edwards will have the better career resume out of T Mac, Spider, and Dbook for sure. When it's
And it's
all
like
said
how
and done,
much do gold medals matter?
it matters. It matters.
Because Devin Booker has a few of those, right? At least
He
two.
has to. He has to.
At least two.
It matters, bro, for sure.
Spida got any gold medals? Was he
No,
on the last? No.
he was
Okay.
on. He did compete for one, but they didn't
Ant
win.
Ant just got his first gold
Yeah, Ant
medal
got his
last
first. He
Olympics.
got his
So
first.
we're sitting here talking about gold medals. Like where are the championship shooting guards, brother? Um, no, that was an interesting list, interesting conversation. T Mac is a very polarizing player. It's hard to compare him to quite honestly anybody. But no, I think one on one I'll go with McGrady. Career, I'll go with Ant. He's still got just so much further to go, man.
Yeah. So Ant for the win for me. I got Ant in the 1-on-1 and better career when it's all said and done. So
Yes,
hey,
sir.
that's pretty much it, bro. You got
Yeah.
anything else you want to say to the audience out there?
No, just get them hit, man. Later this week, I believe Friday, we're going to be shooting the point guards list. So we'll get that out either Friday or early Saturday. We'll have that list out on the channel. Depends on my work schedule, whether we can go live or not. But nonetheless, we'll have that out for you at the latest by Saturday afternoon. And yeah, just keep an eye out for the pod as we get closer and closer to the season. We'll be going live more and more. So appreciate all of you tapping in. Appreciate all the comments. Keep challenging us here on the show with these lists, with our predictions, all of it,
Yeah,
because it just makes the show that much more interesting and more
it
fun for me.
does.
So
It does.
appreciate all of you out there. Appreciate you as well, my man Slim.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Theo. I do remember him stopping by once, so appreciate you stopping by, man. And subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes,
And
sir.
turn those no notification button so you won't miss any more of this great content moving forward. Same with Dion. We appreciate you, man. We love when the fans interact with us. It just makes the pod even more better than what it is. But no, man, that's pretty much it, man. Like my guy Scotty said, like by the end of the week, no later than Saturday evening, we're gonna try to get the point guards list posted to you guys so you can see it and kind of let us know what you think about it. But today was a good pod, man. Can't
Yes,
complain.
sir.
We will try to do it again this week. So with that being said,
When's training camp start, man?
training. Well, I think that the Heat
It's already
starts
started.
tomorrow. No, well, actually, a free team starts tomorrow
Okay.
because they like out of the country. I want to say doing because they
Okay.
going to be doing like preseason games and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
some of
So,
those preseason games are overseas.
yeah,
It's
they out of the country. So
interesting.
yeah, free teams actually start this week. So we're getting closer, man. So
I'm excited, man. I'm seeing pictures of Skinny and Bede, so I don't know. I'm getting excited for the season again,
I've
brother.
seen that. At least you got something to be excited about. So
Something, man. Something.
yeah,
We're
at
getting
least
them
you got
point
something to
guards.
be excited about.
We're getting them point guards next episode. You and your man's. I know you want to talk about your man Steph, one of the
You
goats.
think? You
It'll be
think?
fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun, but hey,
Get us out of here, man. Get us
yeah,
out of
make
here. I
sure you
gotta
guys
go
subscribe to the pod if
handle
you haven't
business.
already. And follow the TikTok at the NBA to the Galaxy Pod. We post like short clips and whatnot over there to keep you guys updated, just in case you missed the pod. And yeah, man, we'll try to be here again by the end of the week. And with that being said, we out. Peace.
Peace, everybody. Till next time.